you kind of look over, and there is a swell of laughter and a bunch of clapping. And as you look over there, there is a pretty sizable crowd that's been gathered around a stall. And as you kind of look a little bit closer, it looks like this stall's been dressed up to resemble a little miniature theater. And you can see that there's some hand puppets and stuff moving around, some marionettes. They're parading about inside this little miniature theater. And you recognize the little marionettes and puppets and they're, made of wood and cloth and all that other stuff. But it looks like these effigies are resembling Siristival and Duke Maldwin. And you're kind of chuckling at this as you look. And every time that the paladin speaks, the puppet is bowing before the Duke. And he just keeps bowing and bowing and bowing. And that's what's getting the crowd to chuckle. And then every time the Duke replies and he starts to move the puppet around, the Duke has a wooden plank in his hand, and he keeps smacking the paladin upside of the head with that stick or plank of wood that's in his hand. And of course, all of the children that are sitting around that's in front of the little miniature stage are chuckling. The adults are chuckling. And then all of a sudden, as you're watching this play a little bit more, a huge black dragon swoops down from the top of the stage. And you can hear oohs and ahs. And then all of a sudden, the black dragon reaches down and grabs the puppet of Siristival and takes it away. And then you hear more, ah, ooh, and then you actually start to hear some crowd boos also as the paladin, because Istival's very well respected here. And then you're watching the play unfold some more, and some more puppets are introduced. These new, you're like, what in the heck? And to your surprise, these puppets look a lot like you guys. Seriously, these puppets are looking like you. And then all of a sudden, a couple of the puppets, they puff their chests out and they say, "We're the great dragon slayers." And they introduce they have silly names, they're not Rain and Breeze and Ander and Lynn. These names of the great dragon slayers that look like you, by the way. There's a Tabaxi and there's you guys are there, believe me. One name is Thiefy Thieferson, one is Laffy Longsword, one is Holy Mo, and one is Wizzy the Mage. It's so crazy. And then, all of a sudden, in the play, you guys are traveling through the marsh and they're putting up all of these pieces of grass and stuff. And you guys slay the black dragon, you get back Siristival. And, the whole time, Siristival is trying to keep the dragon from eating him. And Siristival keeps saying these bad yo mama jokes. And I know this sounds crazy, but that's what, you can see that there are little people behind, their halflings. They're the ones controlling the puppets because you can see their little legs and feet, and you can see them standing up on boxes and stuff under the stage. And one of the mama jokes was, "Yo mama's so fat that when she flies, they call it an eclipse." So, the crowd laughs. "Yo mama's so fat that when she lands, trees fall in Cormier." I mean, these are that stupid. "Yo mama's so ugly that when she sticks her head in the sand, she causes an earthquake. And yo mama's so ugly, she could turn a blind man into stone like a Medusa." And of course, all this is going on. You guys save the day. You save Istival. The crowd cheers. The crowd laughs. And then all of a sudden, you hear a couple of, hey, it's the Dragon Slayers. And the whole crowd just kind of does an about face and looks towards you guys. And they're saying, "Hey, there's Thiefy, there's Laffy, there's Holy Mo, there's Wizzy the Mage." So now you've got a bunch of people coming up to you, asking for autographs and stuff like that.
Oh, I noped the hell out of there and, if possible, jumped on top of a roof.
The the Dragon Slayers. Sure, there's a roof. Give me an acrobatics check as you try to bail out of dodge.
I sign all of them. Any they want.
You even get a couple of the tavern wenches come out and say, "Will you sign my boob?" Will you sign my boob? Yeah, Rain, that's a great check. You're able to, you basically jump up onto some dude's shoulders, and then you're just able to do like a triple Linden and, jump up onto the roof, and you're just kind of looking down. People are begging you for autographs. Oh, you guys are recognized by the locals. You guys are now the center of attention. And actually, the two halflings, they actually, with their puppets still on their hands, they ask you if you'll sign their puppets and whatnot. And they actually apologize for any unintentional offense, that they may have committed. They said, sorry, but we don't even know your real names. We just know that you are the Dragon Slayers. We're sorry if we annoyed you.
It's great. I flip them a couple of silver too for their
Nice.
performance.
They say if you're ever in the tavern, we'll buy you a couple of drinks.
And which tavern is that?
Oh, nothing but the best. The Ladylike Tavern, of course. That is where we like to drink our swell, isn't it, Laffy? The two halflings' name are Terrence and Philip. Oh, hello, Terrence. Hello, Philip. Oh. Then they both got a laugh. Don't mind me. You guys are rock stars, man. You guys are the Dragon Slayers. Everybody thinks you killed this dragon, man. What's going on with that?
Taking up the opportunity on this, I'm actually going to go ahead and do the first signing for somebody and then tell them the rest of them are gold for each signing after.
Oh, man. As you say that, man, you hear some boos in the crowd, man. They're booing you. So as you guys are soaking all of this up, a little peasant, not a little girl, but a young woman that is pregnant, you can definitely tell that she has a bun in the oven. She's tugging on, Anders, she's tugging on your armor, and she's pulling at your shield and stuff. And she's actually a very, very beautiful young girl, probably in her early 20s. She's got long, tangled hair, but she's got beautiful green eyes, and she looks nervous, and she's carrying a basket of bread, and you could tell that she's definitely got a bun in the oven. And she says, "Psst, psst, Mr. Dragon Slayer, you're the friends of Sir Istival, aren't you? Aren't you?"
Why, yes.
Well, my name is Anya Alkabar. Can you please meet me in the shadow of Delphin's Tower at dusk? It's so very important. It's so important. Please meet me in the shadow of Delphin's Tower at dusk. There's something so important that I need to tell you. And she really does look nervous, and she's kind of looking around and stuff.
Well, calm yourself. What do you have to say?
And she kind of pulls you down, and she kind of whispers in your ear, "What I have to say cannot be spoken here. It can't be spoken here. It just can't. I'll meet you at Delphin's Tower at dusk. Please. I have to get back and tend to my father. I have to get back. I've got some walk." And then she kind of...
She's telling the truth?
Yeah, give me an insight check. Wisdom. If you don't have insight, just plain wisdom. But if you have insight, you can add that on too. But I have to go. I have to go. And as she disappears off into the crowd, because you guys are just swarmed with all of these fans of the Dragon Slayers, she disappears, and you could definitely tell that she was distraught. and you know that she was definitely telling the truth. You actually were a little worried about this. Kind of actually worried you. But she said she had to get back to her father.
Okay. So did the other ones over here?
It was actually, yeah, it was pretty busy around and pretty loud. But Rain, you could see her, and she just kind of darts off into the crowd. And seeing that you're elevated a little bit, you could see her kind of go right out the front gate of Daggerford. But she said her name was Anya Olkabar. Anya Olkabar, OnyA.
All right, so I motion over for my companions to come over. And
Yes, Brother Ender.
Can we have some autographs? Hey, man, can I get an autograph? Can you sign my little puppet here to RC? Please, sign it, you big lug. Sign it to RC. To RC.
No problem, young man.
My name's not Young Man, just call me RC.
RC it is, then.
Thanks, mister. You're the best.
Yes.
You're the best, Thiefy Thieferson. And then he just kind of disappears.
Wait a minute.
I guess you were the one that was called Thiefy Thieferson.
all right, so as they get near, tell them that a young woman just appeared, and she asked for us to meet her in the shadow of, was it Devlin's Tower? At dusk. She says it's important.
Yeah, in Delphin's Tower. And I put Anya's name in the chat.
Her name was Anya Alkenbar.
Yep, Olkabar, yeah.
Olkabar.
So I'm going to share the map with you guys again. See on the very left-hand wall, number 8, location 8, that is Delphin's Tower. That is Delphin's Tower. And you guys have been in Daggerford for a little bit. So I'm gonna tell you a little bit about Delphin's Tower. It's basically named after the very powerful, venerable wizard that owns it. And it is rumored that Delphin, that owns the tower, is well over 100 years old. And he disappeared during the spell plague, which, out of character here, the spell plague, pardon me, that was disgusting, and I'm a pig, and I'm going to, anyway, I lose an inspiration for that. He disappeared during the spell plague, which was during 4th edition. And then he returned. And he trains a lot of wizards. Wizards come from far and wide. And a lot of them come, a lot of them ask, but very, very few are admitted entrance into his tower to train. But then you've heard a couple of old wise tales in the Lady Luck Tavern. And, these are conversations that that his tower is some kind of place that has some type of, you can't be scryed or, and a lot of people do a lot of shady dealings around his tower because, the guards don't go around it. There's no scries because around Daggerford there's some scrying stones and whatnot that are concentrated in areas where, shady shit goes down. But it's rumored that nothing can be recorded over by the tower. And so a lot of shady crap goes down. So Anya Olkabar.
She was the pregnant one I saw go out the door.
Yeah, she was a prego. She was carrying a basket of bread. And she ran right out the front and started kind of walking very fast down the road. Towards, where all the farmsteads are and stuff on the outskirts of town.
So, Andrew,
Let's
do
see
you
if they
believe she's
recognize.
genuine, or is this a trap?
Yeah, I do believe she was genuine, and I could discern that she was truly afraid. This could be something we might want to check out.
Yeah, we can go ahead and check that out. How about we head to see Sir Istival, see if he's found anything out now.
And tell her about meeting number 1 or 2.
Yeah, Istival's gone. Istival has actually traveled to Waterdeep. And you run into Meechin again as you're heading to Ducal Castle, and Istival is gone. He's made a very swift journey to... And in fact, he was actually picked up by a griffin and taken to Waterdeep. So he's not here at the moment. But it is about an hour or so from the sun going down. A couple of hours.
So
But unfortunately, Istival's not here, yeah.
So we see Meechin and just turn around.
She says a wood chipper, huh?
Yeah, if I see Meechin again, it'll be too soon.
Yeah, you guys, as you guys are walking around, this crowd just completely follows you. And they just keep wanting autographs and shit like that. Delphin's Tower. Not the grandest by any means building or tower or structure. It's got a lot of cracks, a lot of blemishes, lots of rubble around the base of the tower, but it's weathered decades. The sun starts to go down. Ooh, let's give a little ambient feel to this adventure, shall we? Let's put the sun down, shall we? Ooh.
Nice.
I like it, yeah.
I just imagine how beautiful it'll be once you're able to add the rain.
I know. I can't wait. Oh, it's going to be great. It's going to be orgasmic. Just going to be having orgasms making these maps. But anyways, you guys are at Delphin's Tower, and it's in a bad, it's in a, I guess you could say a sad state of affair. It's a 3-story tower. It casts a long shadow as the sun's going down over the horizon. Then as you guys are kind of waiting around, the sun falls over the horizon. Dusk is now upon you. And all of a sudden, the girl, Anya Alkabar, she arrives right on schedule. And she's still in the shadows, as you know, as the tower's still putting this shadow upon Ducal Castle. She's still standing in the shadows, and when she's speaking, and she says, I'm so glad that you made it. What did you say your name was? Thieverson and Sword Guy and the Wizard. Anyway, you guys got weird names, but anyway. The father of my unborn child, he's in real bad danger, and I really fear for his life. His name is Arasan, and my father, he's a sheep farmer, and he also does some dairy, and my father. He hired Arasan as a shepherd, and then, me and him, we started kind of talking, and then ended up, I got a bun in the oven, and now he's going to be the father of my kid, and my dad is just so, oh my gosh. But anyways, Arasan and my father, they had this fight after some sheep went missing because he was hired to tend the sheep, and he lost them, and then he fired Arasan, and he's got a baby coming, and Arasan, she starts to sob a little bit. He found some work elsewhere, and we still continue to see each other even though my dad forbid it. He said that I couldn't see him anymore, but damn him, he's the father of my child. And then Arasan, he fell into a bad crowd. He started hanging around with the wrong people. And Arasan, he he gave me money, and I asked him where he got it, and he told me where he got it. And the last time I saw Rawson, he told me about some buried treasure under some ruined estate near Cromshold. And he said that him and his friends were planning to split this big treasure hoard that they had found, and he said that they were robbing graves and tombs to find it. And I just don't want him. He said he was going to return a rich man, and we were going to live happily ever after, and we were going to buy Daggerford. And oh God, he's gonna get in so much trouble. But he's Ross, and if you can find him, he's 22. He's about average height or so. He's tan. He's got tan skin, dark brown hair, brown eyes, and a vertical white scar over his right eyebrow. Oh God, Maya Rawson.
Take out a handkerchief and hand it to her. It's okay.
Oh, thanks.
Would you like me to sign something for you?
Yeah, would you sign my boob for me? And she pulls her top down, lets half her boob hang. Will you sign my boob for me, Thiefy Thieferson, please?
Am I like the only female in this town that isn't annoying a little bit?
Why am I annoying? Do you not see that I'm pregnant here? Do you not see I'm pregnant? I care that the father of my child is going to get in trouble. And yes, I'm a bit emotional here, cat lady. I hope you can understand.
Have you spoke to anybody else about this? The town guards or anybody?
No, I didn't. I know if there's trouble, Rawson's going to find it, and I didn't want to get the Duke's guards involved or anything like that. I didn't want him to arrest him. I didn't want our child to grow up without a father. God damn it. No, I didn't. I don't know if I should or not. No, but I didn't. She is a wreck, man. She's just like crying all over the place. Waterworks.
So why did you approach me?
Well, when I told Rawson that I was pregnant, he got me a Bubba Dow. And if you don't know what a Bubba Dow is, it's a sort of like an herbal medicine witch. And I don't mean witch in a bad way. No. It's just a Bubba Dow, and they take care of women that are pregnant, that are preggers like me. And she looked after me. She'd visit me twice a day. She'd give me herbs, and she'd help me with the pain and the morning sickness and throwing up and everything else. And I've been going through a hell pregnant, damn it. And then yesterday, I saw her on a wanted poster. She was on a wanted poster. Her face, this boo-boo. Oh, God. Never seen...
Andrew unrolls his poster. He's like, this poster?
Oh my God, she looks so much better than that picture portrays of her. God, the artist sucks. That almost looks like a guy. Jesus.
Why would you let anybody like this help you?
But she says, I knew that you were friends of Cerestiville, so I thought you should know. And since my honey Rawson left, I haven't seen this boo-boo Dharma, this hideous looking thing on the poster.
You know where we might find her? Or where to look?
I don't know. I have no clue.
Did she leave anything behind?
They said that they were going to she didn't leave anything behind, but maybe if you find a Rawson, maybe he can tell you, because he's the one that actually hired her. They were gonna, she burps. Sorry about that. Maybe it's some ruined estate near Cromshold. Maybe finding him will give you some more information.
And what was the name of this estate?
I don't know the name of it. In fact, he said that it was some old building that used to be there, some old castle. I think it was called the Ambergull Estate, he said, or Gully Estate, or Amber Snake, or I don't know. Just find a Rossin, please. Oh.
Would I know, since I'm kind of from this area, would I know maybe what she's alluding to, like what area near Cromshold?
Yeah, actually, they're between... Here, let me give you another map here. Stand by. Here's the area of Daggerford map. And I love being prepared. Now, see, you're here in Daggerford, right? Now, down here between Cromshold and Baldur's Gate, far to the south, there's this Ambergull Estate. And just basically the walls are still there, parts of the walls, and some old tombs and crypts are there. But that's all that's there. But that used to be, the Ambergull Estate used to be a pretty admired. I don't want to say admired. They were actually pretty famous. And I'll let you do give me a history check really quick. And she said, please go down there and find my Arasan. Please find him. And she says, I have to go back to my father. I have to be back before he wakes up to milk the cows. Thanks for signing my boob. And then she ditches off.
Now, is the other boob signed by Omi or Banderas?
No, just the one. Just the one. So yeah, you know that Ander. Nice try though. I like that. No, I don't think Banderas and Mick, they're not here. So, but you know that the Ambergull family, they had built their fortune. They were a very famous grave robbing family. I mean, it ran in the family for generations, and they were Netherese nobles that pillaged all the way up and down the coast, the Sword Coast, and all throughout the Heartlands, the inner lands as well. And they not only robbed graves, but they also looked for sunken ships off of the coast and stuff too. And the one that started all this was Lord Reynard Ambergull, and he was definitely an evil man, as the stories have been told about this guy. And he came into great power by doing all of this, and he used all of his money and all this stuff to build this estate. And this estate was built after they caught on to him, because he lived in another location, which you have no clue where. And in fact, even the stories don't even know where the Ambergulls actually came from and originated from. But the Ambergull estate was built after that, after all of the, all of the different militias were onto him for robbing all of the graves and, all that other crap. So he kind of got out of it and built the Ambergull estate. But the rumor is he built this exquisite labyrinth under the estate to hide all of his riches. And supposedly they continued on in a very secretive form. And then eventually the Ambergull family just died out over time. And then, seeing that the building's out in the middle of nowhere, it just kind of fell into ruins, you know what I mean? But that's what you know of the Ambergulls. But you know that there is the foundation of a large castle that used to be there.
All right, well, I'll let her know. We will check this out, and we'll get back to her if we found out Arasan.
All right, and yeah, Anya, she disappears. She says, "Please find my Arasan, please. He's with people that are up to no good." So all of a sudden, she runs down the hill. She runs down the embankment. She's running towards the front gate again. All of a sudden, a cloud of purple smoke engulfs all of you, and you start to hack and cough a little bit. And when it clears, You are no longer standing outside of the tower. You've basically been teleported into the castle, into this semicircular library that's brightly lit. There's like a sun in a portrait that is shining bright light, illuminating the room with a bright light. And there's a big red fluffy overstuffed chair. And in this chair, there's a small white monkey. I know that sounds messed up, but there's a small white monkey smoking a pipe and reading a book. And then as you guys are like kind of looking at it, you're like, what in the hell? From behind this big red fluffy chair steps an elderly man. And he's got beautiful white flowing hair, a dark complexion. He's about 5 foot tall. He's wearing tattered robes and also has a beautiful gold-trimmed dagger that's fastened to his belt. And he has a book in his hand, a red leather book, and it's, you know, in his hand tucked under one of his arms. And he says, apologies, my friends. I just couldn't help but overhear your conversation. I think I can be some of assistance to you. That's if you will humor me. Ah, well met though, by the way. My name is Delphin. Welcome to my humble tower. And the little white monkey, isn't he cute? His name is Zaven. Say hello, Zaven. And the monkey, he basically transforms into a human with a wizard hat with moons and stars and green clovers, purple diamonds, and yellow horseshoes on his hat, on his robes. And he's smoking that pipe, and he kind of nods to you, and he says, well met. And he's continuing to just read that book. He says, Zaven is one of my apprentices. Zaven, do the old man a favor, and will you leave so I can speak with these adventurers and with some privacy, please? So he says, Alakazam hocus pocus, and then he transforms into a bird, and then he flies out one of the windows of the tower.
Bird.
Yes, that's a bird. That's a bird. You're very good there, Tabaxi. So the old mage, he walks over to the window, and he shuts it and puts the latch down, and he turns around and he walks towards you, and he says, take this book. And you know, you kind of look at it. All of you guys are kind of standing close together. It's a cramped little circular room. And it's the title of the book. It says, Dreams of the Red Wizards. And then Delphin, he looks at you and he says, I'm giving you this book because you need to know your enemies. I always say that. Know your enemies. So, you know, as he starts to talk about a little bit of the Red Wizards, he says, my friends, the Red Wizards of Thay, they hail from a land far, far, far to the east. It is a corrupt and domineering magocracy that is ruled by the evil Archmage Zastam. He is even more powerful than myself, and I'm pretty powerful, if I may say. But it seems he has fixed his evil gaze upon our beautiful Sword Coast, and the Red Wizard's presence is cause for great concern, my friends. Oh, great concern. No wonder Istavil is looking for help wherever he can find it. These Red Wizards must be stopped. So how are you tonight, my friends?
So you,
I hope you guys are enjoying the game. I'm having a blast with it.
so you seem to know a lot about these Red Wizards. I take it.
I, oh, my stomach hurts. Oh, yes, but he kind of churns his body a little bit. He says, yes, I've encountered several of them, and I'm pretty sure the former Purple Dragon Knight in Estival has as well. I've crossed several paths with red wizards, and I respect them. I respect them highly. They are very powerful. Even the weakest red wizard of Thay is very powerful if he is here in the Sword Coast.
So would you be able to tell us anything about these altars, or who made them, or we're looking for 2 others?
He kind of walks back very slowly over to the big fluffy red chair, big fluffy arms and stuff, big fluffy headrest, and he kind of plops down. Oh, nice to take a load off every once in a while. I don't know anything about the elemental keys. I did not even know that they existed until you just kind of... But I do know that they represent evil in the highest way, and some things are best left being closed. And what I mean is the elemental evil. These are very powerful forces of the multiverse, my friends. Neither demon nor gods that would see the world they helped create. They would destroy it for pleasure. Only fools and madmen will ally themselves with the elemental princes of evil. And that's why it's good that the world, most of the world anyways, has forgotten about them. But these elemental evils, some things are just left best being closed.
Are you okay, sir? Are you sick?
I'm 137 years old, young whippersnapper. I get tired when the sun goes down. I just get a little tired. Sort of the way like Metallica gets when they have a concert during their Nappy Time tour. Those guys are very old now. And plus I had to deal with the spell plague. Oh.
My people had to deal with that too.
I'll tell you what, though, my friends. I do know why the Red Wizards are here. And he snaps his finger. I think I've just figured it out. Delphin does it again. Sometimes I even amaze my frickin' self, adventurers. So the story begins a long time ago. And this is even before the founding of Daggerford, where we are now. There was a group of nobles that were from a distant realm. They settled here in the Delamere Vale. They basically escaped persecution. They were grave robbers. They were thieves. They were sub-leaders of the secret society, and I'll tell you, yes, it was the elemental evil. But anywho's, several days ago when I found out that Lord Floshin's estate in Cromshold have been ransacked, I knew the altars were there. So did the Purple Dragon Knight Siristaville. But I figured someone probably had a bone to pick with maybe the descendants of these two noble families. Maybe they're cults. I have no clue. But I can tell you what. I bet you it has something to do, seeing that 2 of these altars have been taken. I bet you there's a 3rd, and that Ambergull estate that's just south here of Daggerford, maybe a day's travel from here. I could almost bet that might be the next target. there's not much that remains. I heard you talking about this as well. Did you say your name was Thiefy Thieferson? Is that what she called you out there? Sorry, I wasn't trying to eavesdrop on you, but, you know, I'm an old man. I'm an old wizard. I've got to do something with my time. Plus, it allows me to incriminate other people that are thinks that it's safe to do shady dealings around my tower. Little do they know. But he says, I heard you talking about the Amargul estate and that pregnant girl's child's father's name, Arison, however the hell you say it. There's not much remaining of that estate these days. But that old Lord Raynard Amargul, that bastard was a crafty man, and I bet you he probably ended up in one of those tombs and graves and ships that he stole and plundered. I bet you there is something down there at the Amargul estate that still preserves and survives to this day. It's just waiting to be uncovered. And I'll tell you what, if I was you, adventurers, I wouldn't let the Red Wizards unearth that legacy if I were you.
So you mentioned a secret society dedicated to the worship of elemental evil?
Yes, yes, one of the elements of evil. There's 4 elements. But this was a secret society that worshipped Ogremock. And Ogremock is one of the prime elemental evils. And this is when the Amarguls, everybody was on them. The gig was up. They knew that they had all of these powerful relics and that they were stealing all of these items out of graves and tombs. And that's when they fled and they built the Amargul estate.
Wake up!
No, what? What, Drizzt, where are you at? Where, Drizzt, are you, Drizzt is how you know. Oh, I'm sorry, my friends, I was, how did you get in here? Did I, oh,
I
hello.
believe you brought us here.
Oh, I'm sorry, once the sun goes down, poor old Delphin gets a little tuckered out. But that's really all I know, my friends.
All right. Well, thank you for the information you have given us. Now, are we able to take this book with us?
Welcome. Oh, yes. You sure are, my friends. But I want that book back. That is a keepsake that I've had for many years. Actually, I got that from a Red Wizard some probably 50 or 60 years ago. The book has the history of Thay, and please return it back to me when you no longer have need. I'll be here. No problem. But it has all the details about Thay, the wizard, Zastam, and everything else. Yes, yes. I'm sorry.
Before you fall asleep, is there a way to go ahead and take us back out of here so we're not...
Oh, yes.
Or maybe even to the estate. Would you be able to whisk us there?
Oh, I don't have the strength to do that, man. What'd you say again? What you said? Tacos are served at high noon. Delphin wants 3. Delphin wants 3. Oh, you want? Yes, I will send you on your way. Yes, I'll send you to the Amargul estate. And he says, oh, he gets up, oh, and he stretches. Everyone gather around. But first, take this. He pulls out this. He's got like this, like a holster full of wands. And he kind of opens up one flap of his robe, like he's going to flash or something like that. But he doesn't. He's got like these holsters that line the inside of his robe, and he's got like all these wands that glow different colors and stuff. I mean, this guy's like packing some serious wands. And he pulls out like the cheesiest looking one, and it's like this twisted stick. I mean, it just looks absolutely horrible. And he says, here, and he almost kind of nods off again. You may need this, adventurers. And this stick, it's a wand of secret door detection. It has 7 charges. Use them wisely, because when you use the last charge, it will come back to me, and it will reappear in my robe. As he opens up, and there's about 15 different wands. All like, there's like one that has lightning cackling around it, one that has a little orb of fire. And he says, use the charges wisely, my friends. There's only 7, and then it comes back to Daddy. But I will teleport you to the Ambergull estate. And he says, hocus pocus alakazam, take these people to the Ambergull estate. Poof, and this purple smoke basically engulfs you again. And there you go. That's where we're going to end tonight. Because you are on a roadway, on an old roadway, surrounded by grass and weeds. And then you can see the road disappears. And you can see the ruins of a castle that used to stand in the middle of nowhere. Great game tonight, everybody. That was fun as hell.
Yep.
Yeah, good times, man. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, great job.
Awesome.
Yeah, great job. You guys are, we're on part 2 now. And guess what? Congratulations, because you guys are level 4 now, too. So I'll leave the game up. You guys are at 2,700 experience. So I'll go ahead, and you guys can go ahead and just put 2,700 experience on there. And then I believe the next time you level will be 6,500 experience. So that's for the next level. And great game, guys. Great role playing. It was fun as hell. I hope you guys don't mind me going on and on and on and on about lore and shit. I love it. So, but it's all part of the adventures anyway. You know what I mean? You guys found out a lot of stuff because I knew that you guys were going, what in the hell are we going to do now? I knew that's how you guys were feeling, but you know, and then all of a sudden, you know, Anya showed up, told you about Arasan, and then Delphin. It just, you know, hey, you're at the Ambergull estate, and that's where we'll continue next time. Ooh, I'm looking forward to it.